you know.
I would love to welcome you to the KevOnStage studios. This is accent coach Jack. He saw my video with Happy, and he was like, yo, I want to teach you to do a British accent and Happy to do an American accent. And then at the end, we'll compare. I was like, this is great. If you don't know, Jack, I've always wanted to learn a British accent for a long time. I never had it. I never thought to hire an accent coach, though. I just knew people. I just met people who knew how to do it. And I was like, you teach me. But they just be like, I don't really know how to teach you because I just know how to do mine. So before we start, please introduce yourself to the audience. Tell them how you became an accent coach. Give us your ones and your twos and your threes and your fours.
Yeah, absolutely. I am accent coach Jack. Hello, everybody. Hello, all of KevOnStage Studios. So happy to be here. I am, as you can hear, originally from England. I have a master's degree in professional voice practice. And so basically, as part of that, we learned all about the voice, including accents, what they are, how to break them down. So as long as I can kind of have a sample of something, I can reverse engineer it and be like, they do this here, they do this here. Now you do this here, you do this here. And that's kind of how we teach it to other people. And I've been doing this for about 10, I graduated in 2012, so 11 years now. And so I also work on set and TV and shows, movies, that sort of thing.
So how many accents can you teach?
Very good. Yeah, very good question, and also not the question people usually ask. People usually ask how many accents can you do, and it's usually a different answer. Right. So, given enough time, I feel like I could do most accents as long as there aren't kind of features that I can't physically do myself. But I could probably describe to someone how to do it. But I've had to do everything across the whole board.
So do you teach? Have you ever taught English people how to do an American accent?
Yes, very frequently.
Really?
That's what I get asked for a lot, especially out here in Hollywood, because there's a lot of non-American actors, Australians, English, people who have English as a second language that want to sound more American so they can get more auditions.
They took our jobs, and I'm here to take theirs back.
Exactly. Reclaiming your time.
I'm reclaiming my time. I'm recolonizing English. From what I learned, one of the reasons that my accents be all messed up is British accents vary based on the region you're from, correct?
That is correct. I mean, that's also true in America, but England's a lot smaller, so the variations happen kind of a lot faster because there's a lot smaller space to fit all these accents into.
Got it. Because I've heard like Cockney and South London and Liverpool has a different accent. And Manchester, the soccer team that I support, they have a different accent, things like that. But I want to learn a London accent proper. So when
already well on your way,
people don't even know. They're like, "Oh, he's a Black Brit, bruv." So it's day one, Jack. I've hired you. Let's get my first lesson underway.
Dun dun dun. Okay, so as we're dispelling myths, let's continue with a couple more of these. I'm going to ask you some questions. You just tell me what you think the right answer is.
Okay.
And they're not intentionally trick questions. I'm just asking. So, what are the vowels?
Like say in British or just say them?
What is a vowel, I guess?
Oh, a vowel? Those are in England. I mean, America, A-E-I-O-U. They are the words, the letters that separate the consonants from the consonants.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never actually described a vowel in my life until this moment. I don't really know what else to say.
You're doing great. Yeah, most people, when we're in school, we're learning our ABCs. We're taught A, E, I, O, U, the 5 vowels. That's it.
I-O-U, yes.
That makes sense for language. 100% of the time, yes. Well done. When it comes to accents, it all goes out of the window because English is not phonetic language. You can't just write something down and say it exactly how the letters are, unlike something like Spanish or Japanese, where you see it, you could say it if you know what to look at. I'm going to prove my point if you would say these words I'm about to put in our little chat box.
Okay. Do you have the option mute, settings, present, or anything like that on your side?
Yeah, I do. I have present. Oh, and I think I put it in private chat rather than comments. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Okay. So what Jack has, you put in the comments now?
I put it in private chat, but let me
Okay.
move it over to the comments.
Okay, if you put in the comments in the YouTube video, I can like highlight it.
I could new comment. I see all the comments coming in, but I don't see how to add to these comments.
Oh, you know what? Hold on, let me do this for you. Here, I'll just do it.
All right.
I'll just do it. I'll just put in the comments what you posted.
Okay, great.
All right, and then I'll show them. All right, this is what Jack put in there. All right.
So say these out loud for me, Mr. Kev.
Though, through, rough.
Very good. Now, in these words, what are the vowels written down?
O-U.
Yeah. Did you say them all the same way?
No, you say all three different ways, which is why English is dumb.
Exactly. And so that's why when we get to accents, it gets even more insane. So generally in most British accents, there's about 20 vowels instead of the 5. So
20?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So that's one of the first things that we want to really kind of separate spelling from sound.
Okay.
In our minds, because you might get something and be like, okay, so all the A's are going to be this. No.
Okay.
all the and I'm back.
Yeah.
Yippee. Excellent. So we're going to look at a phrase today. Let me see if share screen. Okay, great. That's great. A window. I want to share this. So Happy's kind of catchphrase tends to be imagine something but Afro beats.
Okay.
So our phrase of the day is going to be imagine KevOnStage but Afro beats.
Okay.
So I've highlighted all of the vowel sounds that are in this.
Okay.
Here. You'll see that I've missed out some of these E's because when we say this word, it's not imaginer, imaginee, imagine. You don't hear that E sound. It's written down, but you don't hear it.
This is very exciting. I've never had like a physical way to look at this.
So we're going to look at these different ones in different sentences that I've broken out down here. Now, what I'm going to do, first of all, is just get you to say the first sentence in your own accent and try and identify what is the vowel sound, not what is the letter, but what is the vowel sound that is common in a lot of the words. So say it out loud for me. Number 1.
Imagine.
Oh, sorry. No, sentence number.
Sentence. Justin must come to lunch.
Very good. Do you hear a common vowel sound in those words?
Just, cuss. Yeah. Just.
Very good.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite color, sir?
My favorite color is red.
Let's use red then. Okay. Tell me whereabouts we find that in this sentence.
In number 2?
In number 1, where is this sound? What whereabouts?
Just.
Yeah.
U.S. Must. U.S.
Yeah.
Lunch. Oh no. Yeah. I guess lunch too.
Mm-hmm. Any more?
Justin McCuck. Oh, I guess come.
Exactly. This is one of those places. Different letter, but same vowel happening, right?
Okay, it really is. Okay, just McCuck. Wow. I see. Oh, but that's my mind doesn't even read it like that when I say it out loud.
Yep, exactly. This is that whole separation that we have to do between sound and spelling. Already well on your way. 10 out of 10. I love it. Very good. So when you make that sound yourself, what's happening in your mouth? Any ideas?
I feel like linguistically, it feels like my bottom mandible is like, Justin must come to lunch. Like, I don't know.
So you feel like your jaw goes forward a little bit?
Yeah, Justin must come to lunch. If I'm trying to like feel how I say it, Justin must come to, like, I feel like just must come to lunch.
Very good. Yeah, what about with your tongue? Any ideas what's happening there? It's very difficult to feel the first time, but you know.
Justin must come to lunch.
How close is this part of your tongue to the roof of your mouth?
It's very close. Justin must come to lunch. Justin must come to lunch. It's like hitting the top front part of my palate.
Mhm.
Justin must come to lunch. Come to lunch. Yeah, yeah.
Very good. What if we create a little bit of space from the roof of the mouth to the back part of the tongue? So not the part you've been using, not this middle part here,
Uh-huh.
but all the way back there. If you make a little bit more space and try and make that vowel again.
I'm scared. Justin, Justin.
Yeah, just the sound. So instead of an so we go from an to an
Oh, not with my tongue, which is with my mouth.
Well, your tongue goes down as your mouth opens. So yeah, we just want to think of a little bit more space here.
Justin must.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard that? Justin must come to lunch. Come to lunch. Lunch.
Yeah, so lunch is harder because the tongue goes up for the L
Yeah.
at the front to the L, but we still want to get that little bit more space at the back. Justin.
Justin must come to lunch.
Good, good.
Lunch.
And we'll play around with the L a little bit later, but that's the big difference. So go back to the way you say it normally to feel the difference.
Justin must come to lunch. Justin must come to lunch.
Good, yeah. Justin and Musk are the most successful right now.
Why does that sound different? I'm not even saying it differently. I'm like saying it the same. I'm just
we just got a little bit more space.
Yeah, but I thought you had to like say it differently. You are like you're not saying it differently at all. You're just moving. You're
modifying little things, and it has a big difference.
Justin must come to lunch. Justin must come to lunch.
Very good. And because it's so close to being exactly where we want it, I'm going to tell you something I was going to say for later because you're just doing so well, Kev. You know, you're doing so well. So
just
this letter here,
okay,
can be made two different ways in English. It could be where just the tip of your tongue curls up. La 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 la. Can you do that for me?
La 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 la.
Yeah, and it can be where a lot of your tongue comes up as well, and it goes la 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 la.
La 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 la.
So there's a bit more of an happening if the back comes up too.
Yeah, la la.
So at the moment we're getting a bit of a la, and we want a bit more of a just the tip la lunch.
Just the tip.
Exactly.
Lunch.
Yeah.
Lunch.
There we go. Now put that sound back in this sentence for me.
Like the tongue back?
The vowel that you were doing, but when we get to lunch, make sure just to do. Make sure just the tip.
Must come to lunch. Lunch.
Lunch. Yeah, still keep that vowel the same.
Lunch.
There we go. That's better. One more time.
Justin must come to lunch.
Hey. See, a professional already.
Justin must come to lunch. I feel so dainty. I feel like I should
have some tea. Yeah, exactly. Just
Justin must come to lunch. To lunch. To lunch.
Very nice.
Oh my God, this is great. I'm gonna be on with James and Fuhad soon enough. Mandam. Okay, wow. This is just
all right.
One vowel
this
sound.
This is just one vowel sound, sentence number one. Are you ready for sentence number two?
Justin must come to lunch. Justin must come to lunch. Okay, yes, I'm ready.
All right, let's just read it in your own accent one time for me.
All right. Jack and Happy sat in a bandstand.
Very good. How many vowel sounds do you hear in common here?
Happy sat. It's the a.
Very good. And where do we find that?
Jack and Happy sat in the bandstand. I think pretty much everywhere. Jack and Hap sat band. Yeah. Oh, except the in the stand. Bandstand. No, same. Bandstand. No, those sound different. Jack.
Very good. Yeah, exactly. No, that's correct. So I'm going to do a little wiggly line on those two.
Yeah, Jack
and then so they should be the same, and then these should be the same, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is because Americans, they're very friendly people. They want to be friends with people. So this short A wants to be friends with any N's or M's that follow it. So instead of just being an A here, it becomes air and kind of connects to band, stand. It kind of glides into it.
Yep.
You should know by now, in the UK, we don't like friendship. We've got to get rid of that. So we're going to split up these right here so that every one of these are now going to be the same as each other. So instead of band, stand, we're going to get band, stand to match with Jack and happy. But that could be tricky to do the first time. So what I want you to do as you're reading the sentence is where you see this line, make a full break. So we're going to do ba and sta and.
Okay.
When we get there.
Okay.
Have a go.
Just in my normal accent.
Yeah, but changing that to an A.
Jack and Happy sat in the band.
Ba. Just ba. Yep.
Stand.
One more time.
Stand. Jack and Happy sat in the bat and stand.
Good. And now on these words, we're just gonna get that little gap a little shorter now. So we're gonna do battened, stattened.
Jack and Happy sat in the battened, stattened.
Very good. And now take out the gap completely. Bandstand.
Jack and Happy sat in the bandstand.
Hey! Another go.
Oh! Yeah. Prince Philip, holla at your boy.
He's dead, but that's fine.
Oh, Charles, Harry. Harry, that's my boy, young Marco. All right, my bad, Philip. Jack and Happy sat in the bandstand.
But be careful not to go to bandstand, but we want bandstand. And if I just pause this share for a moment so you can see my face a little bigger. When we make this sound, the front of the tongue is really far away from the roof of the mouth. So you see it makes it a little cup.
Yeah.
Band, stand. If I go then that's the back of my tongue disappearing. But is right there. So you want to make sure not
bandstand.
That's the one right there. Very good. Okay, let's have another look.
Jack and Happy sat in the bandstand. The bandstand.
Hey, exactly.
Bandstand.
And then the other thing that could possibly sometimes happen in some American accents is these three are a bit smiling. So they get kind of this shape, and we want tall rectangle, not a wide rectangle. So we want Jack Happy, not Jack Happy, but Jack.
Wow. Jack and Happy stand in the bandstand. Bandstand. This is so weird. It is like, I don't even realize I said I don't think about where my tongue and mouth are placed generally.
Yeah.
So trying to think about doing it differently is like, I have to think about where it is in the first place.
Right.
Okay. Jack. So Jack.
Yep. That's great.
Jack and Happy sat in the bandstand.
Good. Sat changed compared to everything else. Sat went a little set, and we want sat.
Jack and Happy sat in the bandstand.
Very good. So for this one, you want to remember lots of height in the front.
And Happy sat in the bandstand.
Good. And make sure that it always stays in the front and not in the back. So I'll make a little note for you here so that you can.
So you do this on scripts for them so they can just practice their lines.
Yes, indeed. So it depends. If I'm teaching someone an accent over a long period of time, I'll start with sentences like this to try and hone in on all the sounds, make sure that we can get those and then incorporate them into scripts and things. If it's an audition, then we'll just go through the script and be like, okay, change this, change that, change that, change that.
All right. Okay.
Because there are a lot shorter time frames for those.
Yeah.
So this one, make sure to have a lot of height in the front of the mouth and a little prompt there. And then this one, because I didn't write anything down. And when you go back to it, you'll say, what did I do? Make sure to have a little more.
Justin must come to lunch.
towards,
Justin must come to lunch. Jack and Happy sat in the bandstand. The bandstand.
And yeah, careful it doesn't go to that R because it will want to
I
go
wanted
to
the
R.
bandstand because I heard that on The Crown, like that talking.
Yeah.
Bandstand. Bandstand.
Very
Justin
good.
lunch. Jack and Happy sat in the bandstand. Bandstand.
All right. Number 3.
All right.
Special sentence just for you.
Thank you very much. Kev dressed the best in the West. Yep, I already feel it. It's Kev
It is.
Best
And where do we find that?
Kev dressed, not in the.
Nope.
Best in West. Kev dressed the best in the West. The best, yeah.
And the good news, this is the same. You don't have to change this sound.
Really?
Kev dressed. That's how I would say it.
Kev dressed in the best. Kev dressed the best in the West.
Yeah.
Kev dressed the best in the West. Okay.
So that vowel already done.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
So, easy. Okay, now this one you're going to have some fun with. All right, number 4.
Okay. Josh was sorry for not spotting John. Josh was sorry for not spotting John. It's that
Yeah, where do we find that?
Josh was sorry for not spot John. Not spotting John. Yeah.
Very good. Now, so far, we've been looking at the tongue. It's moving in different places. There is one other thing that changes how a vowel comes out. So if I'm talking to you like this, and then I talk to you like this, you hear the sound gets distorted.
Yeah.
Our lips act the same way for vowels. So your tongue could be in the same place, and then your lips move. It completely changes, and I haven't moved my tongue. It's because the lips are now distorting that vowel.
Okay.
And the key is that the corners of the lips go towards each other and away from the mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like you've got some beautiful Botox going on.
All right.
And that's the main difference in this sound. So instead of Josh, we end up with jaw or Josh.
Josh. Jaw.
Yeah, really exaggerate it for now. Yeah.
Josh.
Great. Exactly.
Josh.
So can you...
Spotted.
It should be spotted. Yeah. So...
Josh was sorry for not spotting John.
Very good. And between the words, you can let the lips relax a little bit so it doesn't end up with...
for not spotting John. Josh was sorry for not spotting John.
Good. Not is the most successful at the moment. There's one
not spotting John.
There's one other thing in this sentence.
Okay.
Just to confuse everybody.
There we go.
Because we're getting to the advanced stages now.
Okay.
This word right here. Will you say this for me so it takes like 4 seconds to say the whole word, just in your own accent?
4.
Very good. So we have or, and we close down into that R sound at the end.
Okay.
Or.
Okay.
Too much effort. Can't be bothered. Let's just hold on to the vowel instead. 4. Yeah.
Can't be bothered. You're funny, Jack. I like you, man. You're a good vibe. 4.
Exactly.
4.
So, but this one, because again, we've got a vowel sound, even though it's a letter Y, sorry, E, we'll keep that in place. Whenever there is a vowel after the R, we'll keep it. Dressed, sorry, British. If there's no vowel right after it, let's get rid of it.
Okay.
So Josh was sorry for not spotting John.
Josh was sorry for not spotting John.
Very good. And if you were to say this sentence casually in your own accent one time,
Josh was sorry for not spotting John.
very good. This turns to a fur instead of a for because it's not important.
Yeah.
We do the same thing, but because we've got rid of the R already, it just becomes.
For
Yep.
Josh was sorry for not spotting John. Not spotting John.
Exactly. Just do for not, for not, for not.
For not?
Yep.
Oh, for not. Oh, Josh was sorry for not spotting John.
Very good. But then don't discount these ones just because we're getting rid of that. We'll keep it full sorry.
Josh was sorry for not spotting John.
Hey!
I'm like a kid in a candy store.
You're doing great. So for
Josh
this
was
one, the
sorry
key is
for not spotting
round your lips.
Josh was
a
sorry
lot.
for spotting John. Josh was sorry for not spotting John.
So I'm going to underline these because we want to keep them.
Josh was sorry for not spotting John.
He was mortified. Number 5.
All right. This dish is British.
Exactly. Where do we find it?
It is in the back part of this dish is, I guess, is to British.
Double.
Yeah.
Double trouble.
British.
Exactly. This was the same. Yay!
Okay. All right.
So we don't have to change anything in that. This dish.
This dish was British. This dish was British.
Very good. And yes, we like you did with going from spotting to spotting, from British to British. We'll keep these T's.
Okay. I always thought it was like British.
You can either keep them or drop them completely. So you can go British if you want.
British.
But you have to put a full gap between the two. It is British. Same with spotting.
Spotting.
Yeah.
Spotting. This is so great. This is exactly. I didn't know how you were gonna do this, but I thought you were gonna be like, say this like me. But this is easier because it's like say these things.
Puzzle pieces. Yeah.
Yeah. This I can see it.
Yippee! Just wait till we try and put it back in the sentence.
That'll be tough because it's like one sentence at a time is easier than if I've read all these and had to switch it up and do all that.
Yeah, we focus on the sound, get them really secure, and then you can plug them in wherever you want. Okay, number 6.
Steve was eating in the meeting. Steve was eating in the meeting.
Very good. So E. Now we have some options here. If we're going more towards like the crown, fancy things, it's the same. Just stays at the same. Steve was eating in the meeting.
Okay.
In some places in London, we get a little scoop into it rather than going straight for that E straight off. Get a little E. So just a little. So instead of Steve, Steve. Yeah. So there's like an E
in the meeting.
So rather than just holding on to the E, there's a tiny little beforehand. E.
Say it one more time.
So say like the for me.
The
yeah.
The.
Very good. And then say E. So E.
E.
Yep. And then make that as short as you possibly can. E.
Steve.
Yeah. There we go.
Steve. Oh my God. I sound like
suddenly turned into Idris Elba all of a sudden.
Steve was eating in the meeting. That's Jason Statham. Steve was eating in the meeting. Just put some gravel and some
some growl into it.
Steve was eating in the meeting.
Mm-hmm, exactly. So
Steve.
either option A is the same. Option B, scoop in from an like
Steve was eating in the meeting. I got homework.
yes, sir. But you know a way to work at least now, rather than just like I don't know. Very good. Okay, now we're upping the difficulty for the last two.
Okay.
Would you read number 7 for me, sir?
Go home, Joan, and don't forget your coat.
Very good. What is the main vowel that we
Go
listen to here?
home, Joan, and don't forget your coat. Oh.
Very good. So we have 1.
O'Reilly.
Autobots.
Hey, you know that too. How long have you been in the States?
10 years. No.
How do you not lose your accent if you're around Americans all the time?
I mean, some things change sometimes. And if you look at the comments on my BuzzFeed videos, they're like, he's not from England. He doesn't sound like someone from England. I'm like, okay, sure. But yeah, to certain people, I've lost it in parts. But yes, these O sounds. So can I get you to say this letter for me? So it takes 4 seconds to say the letter.
Go.
Does that vowel stay the same, or does it change as you do it?
Go. I guess you like kind of go.
You close down around it. Yeah. So you get like, if we were to break it into 2 halves, you get like an O at the start and an oo towards the end. Oh.
Yeah.
Very good. And if I could get you to look at your face as you do it, what happens to your lips?
Go. I guess you kind of like pucker them open. You make an O sound with your mouth, actually. Go.
Yeah, at the start, and then it gets even more rounded as you continue.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're right, Jack.
Oh. Great. The good news, the second half, it's going to be just the same.
Okay.
We're just going to change the first half.
Okay.
We're now in the 2-part vowels. That's why we're upping the difficulty.
Got it.
So there's a little bit of variation depending on where you are. Let's start at an instead. So lips are not rounded.
Okay.
So just go Very close. Not as fronted as an but an yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Now go ooh.
Ooh.
Great. Now let's just do ooh.
Ooh.
Very good. Now can we glide? Oh. Yeah, and now let's let the lips be relaxed at the start and then very round at the end. Close, yeah. So like this way, just open. So not but glide from that. There we go.
Okay.
So there's a bit more movement you have to do a lot with your lips. Yeah. Go. Exactly. Instead of go, we end up with go. Exactly. Very good.
Okay.
So now can we do that in all of these places?
Go.
Sneaky thing. Before ends and M's, they're more difficult. So
let's just home, Joan, and don't forget your your coat.
Exactly. Go home, Joan.
Go home, Joan, and don't forget your coat.
Very good. And like we did with the previous 4, let's get rid of the O2. Forget.
Go home, Joan, and don't forget your coat.
Yeah. One more time.
Go home, Joan, and don't forget your coat.
Very good. The only word that is different from all of the others right now is don't. It's going back to an American do.
Okay. Go home, Joan, and don't forget your coat.
Not bad.
Go home, Joan. That don't sound bad. Go home, Joan, and don't forget your coat.
Very good. We are getting a bit more towards the crown, but for now, it's in England.
I can't help it, Jack. I watched
You're just made for royalty. That's it.
So, royal priesthood, chosen generation. Go
And
home. Go home, Joan, and don't forget your coat.
ooh,
Go home, Joan.
around the
Joan.
lips.
Joan.
Joan, get out of here.
Go home, Joan, and don't forget your coat.
Exactly. You've got the venom to go with it as well. Okay, number 8, our final vowel of the sentence.
All right. James made a shameful mistake. James made a shameful mistake.
Very good. Now, if you were to slow down the first letter of the alphabet and in your own accent, so it takes 3 to 4 seconds to say, what would that sound like?
A.
Good. Does that stay the same or does it change over time?
A. It's kind of the same as the one we just did. A.
Yeah,
A.
it closes up exactly from an A to an E. A. Very good. Now, just like number 6, we have some options.
Okay.
So, A, we can do the same. Or B, you can scoop in from like that. So instead of being straight in on that A, we can do an A.
Like Steve, kind of? Steve.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same. It's the same scoop in. J. Instead of James, James.
James made a shameful mistake.
Yeah, mistake.
James made a shameful mistake.
Very good.
James made a shameful mistake.
Hey. Okay, let's do these sentences. See if we remember any of the stuff that we.
This is gonna be tough. Justin must come to lunch. Justin must come to lunch. Justin must come to lunch.
Good.
I remember the L thing being short. Justin must come to lunch. Justin must come to lunch.
Very good.
Jack and Happy sat in the band. Jack and Happy sat in the bandstand. Jack and Happy.
We're getting a bit of and we want ba.
Jack and Happy sat in the bandstand.
Not all the way to ba, but ba.
Bandstand. Jack and Happy sat in the bandstand.
Good. Stand sounds better than band right now, so that's something to play around with.
Bandstand. Okay.
Good. Number 3.
Kev dressed best in the West.
Very good.
Josh was sorry for not spotting John.
Let's go even more extreme with this rounding of your lips. Or Josh
was sorry for not spotting John.
Mm-hmm.
Josh was sorry for not spotting John.
And we want to keep this vowel nice and short always.
So it doesn't for not spotting John.
That was really good. If you get to watch this back at any time, listen to that because that was great. Josh was
sorry for not spotting John.
Very good. Number 5.
Bloody hell, John. This dish is British. This dish is British.
Very good. 6.
Steve was eating in the meeting.
Good. We got both versions. We got a Steve and then we got eating meeting. So it proves that you can do both, which is great.
Steve was eating in the meeting. Steve was eating in the meeting.
In the
meeting.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Number 7.
Go home, Joan, and don't forget your coat.
We're starting a bit too much in a circle already, and we want to start not in a circle and round to the circle.
Go home, Joan, and don't forget your coat.
Yeah, coat is the most successful for sure.
And
so if you just do coat.
Go home, Joan, and don't forget your coat.
Mm-hmm. Number 8.
James made a shameful mistake.
Very good.
Mistake. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How's your brain doing?
This is a it's a lot of information.
It's a workout for sure.
It's a lot of information, but it is very, very entertaining and very interesting.
So let's continue to work it out. Let's try and figure out which number goes with which highlight.
Oh, homework. Okay.
So this one here. What number sentence do you think this is?
Imagine. Jack. Imagine. 8, probably. I would guess. I don't know though. I literally have no idea, Jack.
What sound does number 8 make?
Oh, I'm just trying to match them, or I'm trying to guess.
Well,
Jack.
We're trying.
Jack. Oh, Jack. James. No, 2. I feel like
that's right. Exactly. Very good. Yeah.
Imagine.
Matt. Exactly. Very good. And I didn't highlight the very first vowel, which we missed. What do we think this is? The sentence is.
Yeah.
Yep.
5.
What was it? That's right. Yep. Very good. Okay, this one.
Imagine. Imagine.
Yeah.
5 too?
It is. Yeah.
5 as well. 5 as well.
It is also 5. Yes.
You are good at using all these tools for writing.
You should see my beautiful lips that I sometimes draw to make people remember that. They're a little scary sometimes, but that's fine. This one.
Kev was probably 3, right? Kev.
Yeah, we've already got the word right there, so that works very good. Okay, this next one's a little trickier.
Kev on stage. On. Josh, Josh, go home. Kev on stage. Kev off stage. Go home, Josh, Kev on. I'm gonna guess 4. I'm not totally sure though.
You are correct. Yes.
Oh, sweet. Kev on. Kev on stage. Kev on stage. That's definitely got to be number 8. Kev on.
That it is very good.
Yeah.
And so, what are the 2 ways that you could say this word?
I could
do
go
stage or
stage.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Crushing it. Okay. This one. Nearly gave away which number it was.
But Justin, but one. Yeah. 1, Kevin.
Yeah. Very good.
Oh, wow. You put the top on the one on the bottom.
This one.
Afro beats. Jack. Yeah. 2?
It is very good.
Dang.
2 more to guess. Da, da, da.
Afro. Go home, Joan. Afro.
But yeah,
7.
very good.
7. That's 7. Beats. Steve. Meeting. Eating. 6 for sure.
For sure. Excellent. So now we have a key for this to this.
Oh, this is you should do this for a living, and I know you do, but like this you're naturally gifted at this. You made it math and fun.
Which are 2 things that don't often go together, but you know.
Okay. Imagine Kevin stage, but Afro beat. Oh man, it's a lot harder when they're different in every word.
Yeah, when you have to change. Let's just do like word by word. So first one.
Imagine.
Good. So what I like about this is that you're getting that space in number 2. Don't hold on to it too long. Just imagine.
Imagine.
Yeah, that was really good. Do that again.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Kevin stage.
Good. Now, this is the most fun one for sure because we've got this sound. But if you were actually saying your name, you're more likely to do KevOnStage rather than KevOnStage.
Oh yeah.
So we want to get the rounding, but not make a huge deal about it.
Okay, I want to make a big deal about it. KevOnStage. Kev on
That's
stage.
it.
Imagine Kev on stage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a Bond villain in no time. But Justin, but
So remember, is the back is down. But
but
that one. Yeah.
but all right. Imagine Kev on stage, but Afro beats.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Okay, to Jack, Afro.
Yeah. We're getting a bit of O happening sometimes, and O
Okay.
sometimes. We want to just settle on that ooh, O.
Afro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last one.
Beats.
Very good. And the scoop version.
Beats.
Not quite. So you cut, yeah, beats.
Beats. Puss in Boots. Beats. Steve. Beats.
Beats. Yeah. So
okay.
Very good.
Beats.
Now, to casual it up a little bit, we are going to get rid of that T. But
imagine Kev on stage, but Afro beats.
Yeah. So just do but Afro for me.
But Afro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Imagine Kev on stage, but Afro beats.
Hey.
This is just one lesson. Imagine if I did this for like a year.
Yeah. And just a little practice of the things
Afro
here as well, then you can translate them to other things.
But Afro beats. Oh man, this is fantastic.
So now I'm gonna hide this. No, I'm just gonna draw a big cross through everything. I'm gonna hide this, the one that we've got.
Okay.
This is your line. Take it away. Impress the viewers.
Imagine Kev on stage, but Afro beats. Imagine Kev on stage, but Afro beats.
Yeah, so this is an R we do keep because there is a vowel right after it. You don't have to do anything crazy with it. Yeah.
Kev on stage. Imagine Kev on stage, but Afro beats.
Hey.
On stage, but Afro beats.
Very
I'm
good.
Gonna text Happy right now.
So you're coming for him.
Oh man. Imagine Kev on stage, but Afro beats. Kev on stage, but Afro beats. Oh.
That is it, sir. You're a professional.
Jack, this was great. Oh my gosh. Okay. What do you want people to know as a result of this video? Where can they find you? How can they hire you if they're interested in an actor? Let the people know.
Absolutely. You can find me on all social platforms at Accent Coach Jack, all one word. You can hit me up on my website, accentcoachjack.com, or email me at info@accentcoachjack.com. And yeah, I'm there to help with all accent needs, from auditions to big budget films and anything else, you know.
Thank you so much, Jack. I had an absolute blast.
That was right.
It was great. I appreciate your time. And I'm gonna pay you for this lesson so we can talk offline. No, we are going to, Jack. That's what we do down at KevOnStage. This is an hour of your time.
Thank you.
I'm gonna send it to you. And we appreciate you. Thank you so much, people. If you're watching, thank you.
Thank you for joining us and learning what a professional Kev is.
This is great. I love you guys. Peace. All right, man. Thank you, Jack. That was so fun, man.